I'm Karam from the Brook Hill School. Let me show you around my campus. The first thing I thought when I showed up here was, why did we go to this college in the middle of nowhere? Because when we drove up, we saw the Bell Library, and there was no way a high school had a building like that. And then I met all the people, and everyone was very welcoming and warm and nice. And my first overall impression was, I feel like I'll fit in really well here. And if there's a place that I'm going to be away from my parents, I'm glad it's here. Our Bible class is more of a biblical worldview class, and coming from a Christian background, it was very nice to have a strengthening of my faith and to be able to put the world into that perspective, not just when I'm at church, but all of the time. I really enjoy the boarding life. I love all my friends on the boarding house, all the different cultures. Everything works together to make a really great experience, and just being here with everyone and in the house and everything, it's been really very positive. We have some chores, but for the most part, they're not too bad except for kitchen day. The courses that I've taken at Brook Hill, they've been very rigorous, and I've had the opportunity to have some of the best teachers that I've ever had to work with. And the smaller class sizes have let the teachers work with me on a more personal level, and I'm not just some student. I'm Wade, and they help me if I need specific things of help with. And I feel the lessons that I've learned here I will be able to apply throughout the rest of my life in any situation. Coming from a multicultural home, I've always had respect for multiple cultures, and coming here, I was close to a lot of them, and that's been a great experience for me just to get to know their culture and how they act. I've met all of my friends through sports. When I first came here as a sophomore, I started playing football, and people came up and introduced themselves to me the first day and were inviting me out places, and since then those people have been my best friends throughout my 3 years at Brook Hill. There's plenty of options to get off campus, and even if you're not off campus with friends, the boarding house can take you off campus. We've been to Dallas on multiple trips. We go out to eat in Tyler multiple times. So you're never very isolated here. I have been challenged academically at Brook Hill. I feel the expectations that my teachers have held of me has been much higher than at my previous schools. And I've noticed that not only are the expectations higher, but the teachers help me reach those expectations more. So even though it is more challenging, I feel that I'm better capable to do the workload and succeed in school. The main thing that I tell boarding students when they're first arriving at Brook Hill is, don't just sit up in your room and do nothing. Try to go play sports, go talk to the other kids here in the house. Do anything you can to meet people, because everyone that I've dealt with that's had a negative experience, it's been their own fault. No one's come here trying to make friends with good intentions and been rejected that I've seen. So if you can, play sports, get involved with drama, anything you can to meet people and find your niche in this school, and that will help. I would recommend Brook Hill to every single one of my friends. I've even offered some of my friends to switch schools. One looked into it, but he wasn't able to because of full of the boarding house. But I would recommend it to everyone, and I would want to send my children here too. After Brook Hill, I'm planning on going to Texas A&M. I would like to major in biomedical sciences, and after that, hopefully I'll make very good scores on my MCAT, and then proceed to go on to Baylor's medical school in Houston. And then I'd like to find a residency program at a hospital somewhere in Texas. I really want to stay in Texas because it's my home. And after that, I would like to ultimately become an orthopedic surgeon or a trauma surgeon, just depending on what I enjoy most, if I want to see different things or specialize. And after that, either work in the hospital or begin my own practice. I'll always be proud of the time that I spent here, even though it's hard to be away from my parents, so far away. But I wouldn't want to change my high school experience for anything. And I'm confident that I won't change my mind about that.